Hey, how's it going? I thought I would come on. I have no idea. I rarely go live in here, so I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk. I'm coming to you today to talk about your feelings. And I don't like to talk about feelings. But in a group that I'm in, we are spending the month addressing our feelings. And I thought that I would talk to you about it real quick. So we are using this right here. It's called a feelings kit. And it's Young Living. And so, yeah, it's Young Living. So it's a feelings kit. And it is 6 oils. And you do it in a protocol every single day. And the reason why it's amazing is that if you follow the protocol every single day and do it properly, you will have like a major change in your life. Like, not even kidding. It addresses so many things in your body. You don't realize how much trapped emotions in your body affect your physical body. And that's what this does. So by using this kit and these 6 oils every single day in a specific way, it helps release those. So I wanted to explain why. Okay, so the first one up is Valor. And we're going to talk about all of them, but Valor is the first one you need to put on. So Valor is a grounding oil. It's the one that like centers you, like helps you focus. It's a great one. We call it our Brave oil. Jet always wears this when we go to the dentist and stuff like that because he has to be brave to go. So it's just a really grounding oil and just helps you. It smells amazing. It's like a blue color. So it's really great. So Valor's the first one we do, and we apply this to the bottom of our feet, and it just balances us and gets us ready for the work that needs to be done. The next one is Harmony. Now, Harmony, you apply this one to, it says the energy points of your body, so probably your head and stuff like that, and it kind of releases those kind of unpleasant things. So I have this book here, Balancing Emotions, and I'm just going to explain to you how sometimes things that are happening in our body physically are actually an emotional problem that needs to be addressed. So I know for instance, grief is held in your lungs. And so a lot of times people, when they're grieving, they feel like they can't breathe and they feel like they can't get a good breath and they're just being suffocated. And it's grief. Grief settles there in your lungs, and that's what it does. So each one of these oils are made to pinpoint a certain area to help release trapped emotions. Because when we take on something like something negative, whether it be a trauma, whether it be hurt feelings, whether it's something that somebody says to you, it's like recorded into our DNA. It's there until you get rid of it. And the more we store those things, the more it's going to wreak havoc in our body. So for instance, Harmony. You would use Harmony if you were having feelings of being ignored, if you were feeling crushed, if you were feeling hostile, if you were feeling stubborn. And for instance, stubbornness is something that is held in your stomach. So when people are being really stubborn, I think of our kids when they're being really stubborn, and they'll be like, I'm not doing that, my stomach hurts. They're just being stubborn. Not always, obviously. But that's what Harmony would release. So that's a good place, a good amount of emotions that can be released by using Harmony. The next one is Forgiveness. Let's see if I can turn the page. I cannot turn the page here. Oh, well, it's on the same page, that's why. Okay, Forgiveness you apply on the navel to let go of negative emotion. So Forgiveness, you would need Forgiveness oil for betrayal. Did you know that betrayal, if you are feeling betrayed, it is held in your pancreas? Bitterness, that one's held in your gallbladder. Don't we all have some of that to get rid of? Distrust in something or someone, or politics. That is held in your uterus. Repeating of the past, just repeating that over and over in your head, is held in your gallbladder. So these are all things, Jet, I'm doing a live video. I need you to be quiet. These are all things that we would need to be released. And whether you are dealing with those or not, sometimes we are dealing with emotional things that we didn't even know we were dealing with. So The third oil was forgiveness, and that's going to get rid of a whole bunch. The next one is present time. Let's see, is present time in here? Let's see. Yes, present time. Let's see, illusions. If you have illusions, I don't know, that is held in the form of a virus. Loss. If you have experienced any kind of loss, that is held in your jaw. Hence TMJ. How many of you have had TMJ? I know when you're stressed, when things are just not going right, we all clench our teeth. I have experienced plenty of TMJ. Let's see, I didn't tell you where. Present time. You're applying that on your wrists and behind your ears. Let's see what else. Repressed or stuffed emotions are held in your colon. Being taken for granted are held in your teeth. I can see that. So that's present time. The next one is release. And release you're going to put over top of your liver, which makes sense. Anything that needs released out of your body is going to flow through the liver. So some things of that, fear of success. Sometimes we need to let go of that. It's held in your large intestine. There's actually a whole bunch for release. So I'm not going to read all those. Some of these are held in some interesting place. Love being conditional is held in your eye. Interesting. Let's see. Next one, inner child. I love this oil. I actually have this one sitting here. It smells good. It's kind of florally, but it kind of brings out the child in all of us. And it says, apply inner child under your nose. So you would put it right here or just really sniff it in so it's right there in your face. Let's see. Clearing cellular memory. You think about it, when we're kids, we don't hang on to all that stuff. And then as we're adults, we hang on to everything. Inner child is a good way to get us back to our childhood and get us into releasing things like just moving on. So clearing cellular memory, which is held in our DNA, would be for inner child. Desertion. If you've ever felt deserted in your life. Distortion. Erratic energy. Fatigue. Those are all things that are being held in our body that need to be released. And then the last oil is back to valor. So you started with valor and you're ending with valor. When you end with it, it's just going to complete the experience. So you're going to take those 6 oils and you're going to apply them every single day for the month of February. And it's great to pair it with scripture if you want to pull out scripture that means something to you. And as you start using these on the regular, those emotions that have been stored in your memory or your muscle memory or in your organs or wherever is going to start to be released. Sometimes that comes out in the form of tears. Sometimes it comes out in the form of feeling better. So if you're interested in joining us, let me know. I'd love to help you. If you are on my team already, if you're already doing Young Living with me, we're doing the Feelings Kit in the Sisterhood. Every single day. It's probably going to be some prizes. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that you learned something about releasing emotions in your body. I, as a 9 on the Enneagram, do not really like to get rid of emotions. I don't really like to use the emotional oils. I'm just like, I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's fine. But sometimes we all need to release some emotions that are stored in our DNA and get to feeling a little healthier. So, hope that was helpful. Thank you, those of you that joined me. I'm trying to go live every day in February, so maybe you'll see more of me. I honestly have no idea how to shut this off. This is interesting. There's not like an off button. I'm not really sure. Anyone have any ideas? I don't know. There's really not an off button. Let's see if I hit a button here. There is not an off button. Here's a question, a help desk. And no. We might just have to stay on here forever because I legit can't get it to shut off. Or we're just going to exit out and that's just going to be the end of that. So we will try that. If it doesn't work, I may still be on here.